Hello! In this episode of Aztec Anomalies, we'll be explaining why you can't visit Aztec River without going on someone's property.
Hi, I'm Chance, Eli's friend, and his partner in his YouTube channel. Around us is all private property.
And it's quite sad to see that you can't go to Aztec River without going on any trails. As you can see, it's just a road and then all of a sudden ends on all plots of private property. But here it seems, yeah, you can go to Aztec River, but not in the Aztec.
You see, all this land around us, like I said before, is private property because we live in the countryside of Aztec. And Aztec River is on my left. And to be able to get to Aztec River publicly is to go to Farmington, and we don't want that because this channel is about Aztec.
And plus, the only thing you can get there is on non-public trails. And plus, the person that was building the trails isn't even from New Mexico. They're from Denver. Which is weird to think about it, because what part of Colorado has to do with New Mexico? I know Colorado is pretty big, but what do they have to do with Aztec's River?
Aztec's River is about 15 miles away from here. If we wanted to get here from where we're standing right now, we would have to pass this fence. Now, this fence is owned by a company, and we are not allowed to get on the property at all without permission.
And of course, it's an oil company. But here's the thing. Look at this. Such beautiful countryside. 50,000 properties, flags.
You see, over here by this fence, I don't know if you can see it, but over here by this fence, this isn't very big. But there is a fence on the other side, and then there's hills and a large field on the other side.
So, with all that countryside, it must be natural, right? Wrong. It's not part of any public areas, like we said, but it's just sad to see that we can't see Aztec River without going into Farmington.
From what I said before, on this side is a big valley, and that valley has plenty of trees in it, and it's hard to go through the whole thing. It's almost like a whole forest. This valley is not owned by this company, but it is owned by somebody else.
From Denver, Colorado. Oh, here he strikes again. But here's the thing. Why can't we just jump over the fence? Once again, it's illegal. It is not owned by anybody besides random trails and fields. So just why? Does this fence have to be here? Oil? Random stuff? And why does this road need to stop all of a sudden? Because of this just single fence? So it's hard to think of that.
This oil rig is just one of the many in this area. There's about 5 oil rigs surrounding this place, which is not very good.
And many farm animals.
Yes, like cows, horses, and goats. And that's another reason why we cannot go onto others' property, because most of them are farmers and they care about their crops and animals. And most likely, if we were to go onto someone's property such as these, we will probably get shot or got the police called on us.
Which is sad, because why can't we just ask them to visit Aztec River? Or why can't we just drive to Farmington to visit to Animus? Why?
Aztec River, well, of course, is an Aztec, just by the name. It should be somewhere near Aztec so people can visit there publicly without having to go to a different area of New Mexico, like Farmington. Farmington is the most convenient way to get to Aztec River without trespassing.
which is still confusing because Aztec, aka Animus River, is meant for Aztec. And it's weird how all you can do is go on someone's property just to see Aztec River. And someone has obviously paid for that property, paid their taxes on owning that property. And once again, the person from Denver. Still, what do they have to do with this road coming to a block? I really wish that you didn't have to go to Animus River without having to go to Farmington.
I know this series isn't about Farmington, but most rivers in Farmington are in Farmington and able to visit publicly without getting on anyone's property. Unlike Aztec, there is too many blocks, such as this, one in front of me, and many behind me. Alright, as you can see, this road stretches for about 5 miles, and on that side, there's about 2 creeks, and the nearest river is Aztec River, which is a shame we cannot get to on time.
And plus, riding all the way here before just means, well, like a month ago, me and my cousins rode here to visit Animus River, and guess what? All we saw was a bunch of grass, this fence, and more sand, which is pretty common in New Mexico because it's a wasteland.
Now, a reasonable thing to do with these properties is to ask the owners of the property if we could go on their land and cross a few feet and stuff. But the thing with these people around here with all the farm animals and such, they think we are trying to do something with their property, and they're most likely to say no, and they are most cranky because of this.
Once again, like old man Jenkins saying to get off of our property, someone like in Denver is watching over this land and going, call the cops on those little kids wanting to see Animus River.
This fence, like we said before, is owned by somebody, and it is quite tall. This is me standing next to it, and as you can see, it'd be a struggle to climb up. But there's a gate right there. Now, both of us could easily walk through that gate, but like I said before, people get serious about their property here. And even though that the owner of this property here, this small area of property, is not around this parts of Aztec, they could still, some other people have connections with the business owners.
Well then why can't you just ask them? Well, here's the thing. Most of them are inside, which is weird because don't they have to care for their property? No, because we don't know, because we've barely done research, but at least we still got tons of information on it, which is weird. And anyways,
we think that Aztec owners, not owners, but people of Aztec, should add a new road that leads directly to Aztec River so we can all get there without trespassing on somebody's property. And that concludes Aztec Anomalies.